Hello there, I'm Trent Corey, I'm the founder of Find Yourself Running, and today I just wanted to talk about your feet. And so I just wanted to explain some things about the foot, and basically it's just an amazing mechanical structure that we're so fortunate to have. All these bones and all these tendons. I can explain all these ligaments and tendons and how many there are, but it's not really that important how many there are. There's just a lot of them. And it's amazing how they support our whole body. So it's really important to have some strength in our feet. And so really the basic aspect of what I want to explain is that we have to get those little feet moving, okay? We gotta get the toes crunching. We gotta walk barefoot a little bit more. We gotta get balancing on one foot more, okay? Try it with eyes closed, see how you do. Practice those kind of things. They really carry over to improving your stability and gait with walking and just your normal everyday activities, but then also as you're out there on a run. So just getting the feel of the ground. It's the first signal of what we feel with the earth as we are running and walking. So it's really important to kind of get that feeling of the ground and to have that stability and control. And so really important to kind of get those going. Before I talked about shoes, and really important to think about is that there's aspects of certain shoes that create an increase in hip internal rotation torque and knee varus torque. So basically what that means in plain English is that, you know, when we're in shoes, this is an article written back in, I think it's, let's see what year it was. It was like in 2010, I believe. But basically, yeah, it's 2009. So it talks about the effect of running shoes on lower extremity joint torques. And so basically, if we have shoes on, they noticed in the study that it was about 54% increase in hip internal rotation torque. So that's quite a bit of rotation of how our hips go in, and then they noticed more problems with that, where you think, okay, the shoe may control that, and actually it caused more problems with that. And then increase in knee varus torque, which just means that it's trying to move your knee inward. It's trying to move your knee inward because the shoe is blocking you from going in, because it's jamming up that medial compartment of the knee. And so that's an important part of it. It's like we cause more damage in the inside part of the knee. And as a physical therapist, I see this, probably people get more degeneration on the inside part of their knee than the outside part of the knee. So on this part of the knee is where people have a lot of wear and tear. And it could be due to some of the shoes that we're wearing, and that's causing things to get jammed up where our bodies naturally want to go and adapt, but the shoe isn't letting us do it. So that's a little bit other extra part about the shoe that could be problematic. And so it's important to work out our foot. Another thing to do is to roll out. I don't have a ball on me, but if you rolled out a golf ball in the bottom of your foot, really helpful for the plantar fascia. You can see my funny little socks. You can have these little specialized things called correct toes, and I don't have them in, but they fit in between the toes. So what that does is creates a little more splay for the foot to be more natural. The foot really actually needs to be more wide at the forefoot and narrow at the heel, not the other way around. So shoes shouldn't create a bowing in effect like this. It shouldn't create a collapsing in of the toes together. They should allow the toes to be nice and wide and allow the foot to do what it needs to do. Because if the foot, if this foot toe goes in, you can see how the foot kind of rotates in a lot. I don't know if you can see that, but basically it kind of rotates in. But if you have this foot out more, if you have the toe rotated in and kind of have something splayed here, you create a way that this doesn't come in as much. And so your foot structure of the bones and everything in the foot is able to do what it needs to do. So that's a big part of, you know, improving your stability, that you don't let everything kind of collapse in. Another thing with your feet is actually how everything integrates again. So it's not all about just your feet. It's all about how you're aligning yourself over your feet. So don't think about it just being, okay, I have to get everything lined up exactly, or I have to land right on my foot a certain way. It's about kind of aligning ourselves with posture. So if we're standing up here, you know, we're falling forward gently and landing over our feet versus just kind of, you know, landing hard and using our self to push. So it's really a passive process at the foot, just adapting to the ground and feeling, and then lifting up from the foot kind of creates less foot injuries, less problems with stuff like plantar fasciitis and Achilles tendonitis and that kind of thing. So it's important to kind of work our feet to kind of get more adaptable and to be more dynamic as a system, so we can get that feedback and run more efficiently. So I hope this part of feet was a little bit helpful. There's a lot about feet. You can look at a whole bunch of studies and things about, barefoot running. It's a very hot topic, but it's really important to kind of realize that we need those to help us run better. And so take some appreciation of them, care for them, love them, do everything you need to do to kind of make them a stronger and more dynamic system. So this is Trent Corey from Find Yourself Running. I hope that you can look at my website, findyourselfrunning.com, and find me on Facebook. Take care.